Today I'm going to be showing you a recipe for Dutch Baby Pancakes with sweet macerated strawberries. To start off, we're going to make the macerated strawberries with 1 pound of berries, 1 large lemon. I have a juicer, but you don't need one, you can just squeeze if you want. And I'm going to zest my lemon as well, but this is optional. Some sugar, a knife and cutting board, and a large storage container to set them in. First, rinse your berries, and then we're going to chop. I'm showing you an example of the ideal size of a sliced berry in my mind, but you can go a lot smaller or a lot larger than this. It's totally up to you. Continue until all berries are chopped and in the container. If you're going to zest your lemon like I do, which again is optional, rinse it and then dry it, and then take out your zester and go around until you've got all the rinds off that you can. Please be careful not to hurt your hands. Use a protective glove if you want to. Once you're done, put the lemon zest in with the berries in the container. Now slice your lemon in half and either squeeze it over the berries or juice it and then pour the juice over the berries. Now add sugar. You can measure if you want, which would mean adding about 3 or 4 tablespoons of white granulated sugar, but I just use like a big soup spoon and do 4 big scoops over the top. I stir after the first 2, and then add the last 2, and then give another thorough stir. Once this is thoroughly stirred, put the lid on and let it sit on your counter for 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, there should already be some amount of juice pooling on the bottom. That's a good sign. Give them another thorough stir, put the lid on, and set them in the fridge, this time for 30 minutes to 1 hour. While the berries sit in the fridge, you can gather the rest of your ingredients. The butter, milk, and eggs need to come to room temperature, so now is actually a good time to do that. You're going to need a half stick of butter, I'm cutting mine in half now, 1/2 cup of milk, I use soy and I'm pouring that now, and 3 large eggs. Also need 1/2 cup of flour, about 1 tablespoon of sugar, some vanilla, about a teaspoon's worth, and a pinch of salt. Right before you're ready to bake, after your things have sat out on the counter with strawberries macerating in the fridge for about 30 to 60 minutes, preheat your oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit and set out an oven-safe skillet onto your stove on low heat. We preheat the skillet so we can add butter to it and pour the batter, throwing it right into the oven from there. You can totally make this recipe by hand, but I'm going to end up blending my ingredients since they come together faster and get more air in for some fluffiness. Again, you can recreate this with a fork if you're patient, but a blender makes it a lot easier. I literally just dump everything except the butter in, 1/2 cup milk, 1/2 cup flour, tablespoon sugar, shake of salt, dash of vanilla, and 3 eggs. I set my strawberries out so they can come to temperature, and I then blend the batter until everything is creamy and well combined, about 20 to 60 seconds. Now put the half stick of butter into the skillet. It should melt and bubble immediately, signifying that the skillet is hot. Spread it around and then dump the pancake batter and slide the whole thing into the oven to bake. Set the skillet on a lower rack with nothing above it, because it will rise a lot. Dutch babies get gorgeous lift because they have a lot of air from the mixing and they have a lot of binding from the eggs, and you don't want them to rise up and hit the top of your oven or a dirty wire rack. Baking takes about 20 minutes. The pancake will fluff up early, stay lifted, and turn a rich golden brown over time. After 20 minutes, mine is done. Look at this gorgeous puffy pancake. It's ripping hot, but it cools off quickly once taken out of the skillet. Dressing this pancake is totally up to you. I have maple syrup, powdered sugar, and the macerated strawberries sitting out. I end up dressing mine with just the powdered sugar and the berries. Oh, and the juice from the berries. That juice is as valuable as gold to me. It's tart and sweet, and it makes an incredible topping for this treat. This Dutch Baby is so tasty, and I'm so excited to eat it that I straight up forgot to do a close-up shot of the dressed slice until I had already had 2. So here's a shot of my 3rd slice, showing the bright berries and the delicious syrupy juice with a light dusting of powdered sugar. And with that out of the way, it's time for me to go back and devour this deliciousness. I'm so tempted to eat this whole thing tonight, but I opt to save the next half for breakfast tomorrow. Leave any leftover pancake untopped and put it in the fridge. It reheats pretty well in the microwave. Thank you for watching. If you like what you saw, please like and subscribe. Also, leave a comment below describing your experience with this recipe or what you want to see next.